Hi, this is Steve Garland, head wrestling coach at the University of Virginia, giving my weekly Virginia Wrestling video newsletter, video recap. And what I'd like to do this video is focus on two things. One, the recap from the weekend of the Journeyman competition we just participated in, and then also give you guys a preview and some details about the upcoming competition this Friday, 7 p.m. against Gardner-Webb at the Aquatic and Fitness Center here, right at the AFC. And I'll get to that in the details on that because we've had some questions there. So first things first is the recap from the weekend. It was a crazy trip, a long trip. We got home late last night, and well, just to kind of lay it out how everything went down. Friday we left at 7:30 in the morning. We traveled 8 hours, stopping just quickly to grab some waters and some stuff from a Sheetz. We went right from the bus, literally from the bus to the practice facility. Practiced for an hour. It was a great practice. We went right from there to the grocery store, right from the grocery store to the hotel, grabbed a quick bite to eat, and then to sleep. Because we had to get up. I was up at 5:30 in the morning. That team was on the bus by 6:15 a.m. to go weigh in. I'm telling you all the detail because I don't think a lot of people rightly realize how much our athletes go through and what they struggle through to just get on just to get out there to compete. I mean, there's no there's no bones about it. It's a lot harder than what most kids do, and so we were exhausted walking in that gym, and we made weight great though. Guys were great. We get on that mat in that first match, and we definitely did not wrestle well. That being said, Kent State earned that victory, and I'll get to the details on that. But instead of going through the negatives, I'll more talk about the positives and kind of focus on the good things from the dual meet. First off, even though Scotty Kiono lost at 133, for those who don't know, Scotty Kiono was filling in for injured Jack Mueller. Jack is still out. And so Scott steps up as a true freshman, wrestling a nationally ranked guy. I believe that guy's ranked 14th in the nation, and took him down and gave him everything he could handle. I mean, that kid's really is a good wrestler, and he just Scotty is all fight. And Scotty did not give him any didn't take a back seat, didn't care who he was. He just made some really freshman technical mistakes. He had two single legs up in the air, and the kid, what we call a skank roll, jumped through his legs and was able to scramble out of it and take him down off his own shot. He got reversed. He had a kid that locked up in a cradle. Instead of ripping the guy back, a technical thing, you hit the guy with your hip to his hip. He tried to suicide, what we call suicide cradle. He tried to roll over his own back and got caught and reversed. So just silly things like that. But his fight and his talent and what he brings to the table was pretty impressive. And I think he earned the respect of his teammates because he was getting a lot of taps on the back coming off the mat. And I think that's going to be a guy that, we hope can really just hang with us and stick with us, and we think he can develop and be something really, really good. At 141, Sam Martino had wrestled this young man from Kent State just a week ago at the Clarion Open and got handled. I mean, got beat bad. And this match was not like that at all. Sam closed that gap. It was 1-1 going into overtime. We ended up losing and right out in the overtime. But, and Sam just has to find a way to get that takedown. But he definitely closed a long distance in just a short amount of time. So he was the aggressor, we felt like, and wrestled really hard. He just has to find a way to get that takedown. At 149, well, I'll skip 149. We lost at 149, 157. We've had a bunch of injuries, a rash of injuries at 157, and we tried something. We bumped up Jay Keating at 149 because he's dangerous, because he throws and he's a pinner. And we ended up losing there at 157. 165 came around, and Andrew Axon got us back on track. Andrew gutted out a really tough win, late takedown to win the match. It was awesome. Turned the whole momentum of the duel around. Then Will Shaney comes out. Will Shaney, by the way, is undefeated still. Beat another nationally ranked guy, and I'll get to that in a second. But a very tough kid from Kent State, goes out and guts out a good win. The momentum keeps going. We go into 197, and Jay Aiello, who's lost to this young man, I believe, twice, maybe even 3 times from Kent State, pulls a huge upset, not upset for us, but on paper, reverses the guy, throws a half, and pins the guy. So now we're whoever comes down to heavyweight. Whoever wins heavyweight wins the dual meet. And Tyler Love wrestled his tail off. I mean, he's wrestling a monster named Devin Nye from Kent State, who's, I kid you not, he's probably 6'4" and all 270. And Tyler's about 222. And Tyler was in on 3 shots. One that controversial, they didn't give him the takedown. I wish we would have had challenge. We weren't allowed to challenge. I think we would have got that takedown back and won that match in regulation. But go to overtime, he gets on 2 beautiful high crotches. And when he went to double off, he just did a technical thing. He doubled off too fast and got stretched out by a much bigger opponent as opposed to staying locked, chasing the corner, and cutting it back. And so that's something we're going to be working on in the room. And he ended up losing off his own shot. So it certainly wasn't from lack of effort. And, we came off the mat. We ended up losing the match by a point. We go in the locker room, and everybody's, there's nobody that has anything but positive things to say about Tyler. I mean, everyone's building him up and saying, Tyler, that was, you're the one taking the shots. That's all we ask is you look to score points. So a lot to build on there. Obviously you never like to lose, and it's certainly not the way we wanted to start the season. But at the same time, we got great kids. I was telling the parents, I got to see them that night, and I just said, look, it's really hard to stay disappointed with a team when you really believe in their character and love who they are and love being around them, and you know how much hours and hours and hours of work they're putting in. I don't know if our guys could do much more in terms of effort and time put in. I think we just got to be a little smarter. I think they have to buy into the technique we're showing, because there's some specific technical areas we're consistently failing at that we're working on for hours in the wrestling room. So that kept me up last night. You can see in my face, I didn't sleep much because I feel like we don't have enough time in the day to go over the stuff we need to go over. But that being said, when you got guys that constantly do extra and are always willing to do everything it takes, it makes it fun to come to work. So next match was against the 12th ranked team in the country, an extremely, extremely tough team in Rutgers. And that match we wrestled great. I shouldn't say wrestled great. We wrestled way better in terms of what we looked like, how we felt. So I think we had that ride out of us, and I think we were ready to rock. And come right out, Louis Hayes wrestles number 3 guy in the country, who's a national title contender, named Soriano, who's one of the strongest pound-for-pound wrestlers in the country. It was a 1-point match late in the match, and he got caught on his back. And when I say caught, he tried to escape, and as he did, he turned into it and left his hips in, and he got bear-hugged right to his own back. And so that broke the match open. That was a 4-point move or a 6-point move, so he ends up losing. The score looked ugly, but it was a much closer match than it showed, and it was great for Louis to get that match in and feel that, and against a guy like that, because those are the guys we want to beat. So that was Louis' first loss of the season, but he's still pretty darn exciting to watch, and we're just so pumped. That's why we went up there, to get matches like that. So that was great. 133 again. Sky Kiona wrestles another nationally ranked guy. This guy's ranked 11th and takes him right down, start the match, and just battled the whole match. I mean, he got outgunned. He ended up losing the match, but we were just so proud of the way he competed. At 141, we lost another close one. 49 and 57. Gosh, we won. Oh, that was one of the positives of the duel. Was at 57, Michael Murphy pops in for us at 157. He had a really rough clearing open, and so got banged up there physically, and we were able to put him in that match. He was able to make it happen. He wins that bout. Got a lot of momentum back for us. Then we got Atkinson kept it going with another win at 165 against a very tough Van Brill from Rutgers, who, I think that was just kept it going. And then Will Shaney at 174, he beats another nationally ranked guy. So I think that's a second or third nationally ranked guy he's beaten this year. And it was an awesome match. Really, really exciting match. If you get to see it on Flow Wrestling, it was something. It was a really, really cool match. And that kind of shows you how far Shaney's come. I mean, Shaney was voted the most improved wrestler on our program last year at our banquet. And if you see him now, it's even gotten 10 times better since then. So he's become one of the more exciting guys on our team to watch. 184, we lost a close one there. I believe it was 2-0. And then 97, that was kind of that match where we still had a chance to win the duel. If we win 97 in heavyweight, we're actually tied. We basically finished that match in a tie, and then it goes to criteria. So it was, and if obviously we get bonus in one of those, we win. So we're still right in the thick of the duel. It was a really exciting duel meet. Like I said, both benches were into it. Our guys were into it. It was a much better feeling that we had. And J.I.L. lost a close one. It was 1-0. We thought he had a reversal in the third to win it. I'm not kidding you. I can't say this any other way. He just turned the wrong way. There's a reversal we teach in our room that he started to do, and he actually just, I don't know if he had a mind block or I don't know what happened, but he just turned the wrong way, and that was it. I mean, it was that simple. And he ends up getting caught on his back, and so that was hard. I mean, Jay is a worker. He was in there doing sprints on his own today. I walked in there, I hear all the music and the treadmill going, and there's Jay, and they're doing extra today. That's the type of kid he is. So we just have to get him to continue to learn. He's only a redshirt freshman, but when he does, he's going to be something special. And then at heavyweight, we lost another really close one with Tyler Love to a very, very good heavyweight. I believe he's nationally ranked. We walked out of that day, the dual meet day, with a lot of work to do, but also excited that we got to go up there and have that type of competition. The next day was a totally different format. We had some questions on what that format was. The next day was a round robin, wrestled 5 guys in the tournament. All those results are online. The guys that wrestled, I want to make sure I get this right, Jake Keating at 149, Michael Murphy at 157, 184 was Jack Walsh, heavyweight was Bubby Shear. Who am I forgetting? Oh, 174 was Michael Batista. And so it was awesome. They got the round robin setup. What that means is everybody wrestles everybody in the pool. It's a pool play, so you know exactly who you're wrestling. You know exactly what time you're wrestling them, and you know what time you're getting out of the gym. It was awesome. Thank you to Frank Popolizio for running an event like that to be able to get us in and out of there. So we got on that bus by 2 o'clock, and I'm going to tell you what, I've never been so happy in my life to get on a bus and get home. So we got home at a relatively decent hour. I think it was like 10:30 last night. So. Okay, so that's that trip, and again, a lot of that stuff's online. I just wanted to make sure I walk through some of it. The big thing for the weekend, we need everybody to come out, the Aquatic and Fitness Center, not Mem Gym, and come support us. The reason why we can't do it at Mem Gym is because we have a facility conflict that we couldn't get around. So the AFC is a beautiful, beautiful facility. It's no loss. We're going to get there. It's going to be set up nice. It's going to have, hopefully we're going to have a lot of people show up. All you have to do is park at the football stadium parking lot, which is a huge parking lot across the street. You walk right in the side door or the front door. There's only one gym. You can't miss it. You literally walk in, you'll see a wrestling mat and people. That's us. Come there, spread the word. We need a lot of help. We want to get as much support as we can for these guys that have been working hard, and come support the Who's. So Friday, Aquatic and Fitness Center, 7 p.m., UVA Wrestling takes on Gardner Webb. See you then. Go Who's.